Hi guys, very good evening to all of you, and I welcome you all for first year degree BCom Accounting and Finance, which we call it as BAF. You all are first year students, so you all will be defined as FYBAF students. Okay. Now, first of all, not because I am in front of you, I am teaching you all BAF, but I would really like to tell you all that it is a very smart decision taken by y'all to opt for BAF course. Seriously, I am telling, not because you all are in front of me or because I am teaching. It's a very good decision you all have taken BAF. The reason is, out of all the self-financing courses which are available in Mumbai University, currently there are two courses which are dominating, that is BMS and BAF. For students, those who want to make careers in accounts and finance, BMM is also having an upper hold, but that is for media students. BAF may the advantages, as the name is BAF, accounting and finance. It covers all aspects of accounting and finance at basic, or you can say medium level. Especially those students who would like to opt for CA, many things are covered in the course of BAF. Forget, even if you are not going for CA, when you all finish your graduation, you will feel that you have learned over the past 3 years something really qualitative. Why I am telling you? Because when I say accounting and finance, what you all are going to study in this 3 years is accounts. That will include financial accounting, what we are starting today, management accounting, financial management, cost accounting. Then you will be having taxation. In taxation you have direct tax, indirect tax. Again in indirect tax you have GST and GST and customs, which you will be studying over a period of 3 years. And this is the only course where maximum practical subjects are there. As you all know, in the first year, in the first semester of the first year, you all are here with me for 3 subjects: financial accounting, cost accounting, and financial management. In the next sem, we have only our one subject, that is financial accounting. Financial accounting is there in every semester till the time you don't finish your graduation in BAF. Then in SY, semester 3 and semester 4, you will be having 3 practical subjects. When you all come in TY will be the most beautiful year for you all, for those who are having liking for accounts. Of course, you all have joined BAF because you all have a liking of accounts. But TY, you all will not believe, semester 5, there are total 6 subjects. Out of those 6, 5 are practical. And if your college gives you the 6th option also as practical, you get to learn all 6 practical. Even if your college doesn't give that 6 subject, minimum 5 practical subjects are there in the first semester. That is first semester of TY. That means overall semester number 5. And again in semester 6, you have 4 practical. So in your TY, out of your 12 subjects, you will be having at least 9 or 10 practical, depending upon what your college gives you as option. But minimum 9 practical. So for those students who have loved accounts in FYJC and SYJC, you all have made a perfect choice by opting for BAF course. Okay? A great choice. You will get superb knowledge covering almost all aspects of accountancy and finance at, as I told you, at a basic level or a medium level. Okay? Of course, for high level, then you have to go for further studies. Everything cannot be covered under undergraduate courses. Okay? Chalo, now coming back to FYBAF. Now, as you all know, you all are here with me. In semester 1, we are covering 3 subjects here with me. You all are going to cover 3 subjects with me: financial accounting, cost accounting, and financial management. Now, first, what we are going to start today is financial accounting. Now, first, what is the basic difference between financial accounting, cost accounting, and financial management? See, financial accounting is like your FYJC and SYJC, where there is recording of transactions. Whatever transaction you do, you record it. That is an aspect of financial accounting. Financial accounting you are going to study every year, every sem. Every sem there is financial accounting, and in TY there are 3 papers of financial accounting. So financial accounting, you can say in simple words, what you all have studied in FYJC and SYJC, an extension, or you can say an advanced extension of bookkeeping and accountancy. FYJC, SYJC may used to call the subject as bookkeeping and accountancy. Now we call it as, define it as financial accounting. Cost accounting. The subject cost accounting is concerned with costing of a product. As the name suggests, cost accounting, costing of a product. That means what? Today if you are into a business where you produce something, how to derive the cost of the product, that basic you are going to study in the chapter cost accounting. So cost accounting subject is related to ascertainment, finding out or identification of cost of product. Of course, there's a vast explanation, but I'm just giving you the basic gist. When we come to that subject, that time I'll tell you. And the third one, financial management. Financial management means how to manage your finance. That is more of a decision making type. In financial management, you don't have to prepare ledger accounts, you don't have to prepare journal entries. Even in cost accounting, in FI there is no journal entry and ledger accounts. It is more of analysis and calculations and preparation of statements where you take major decisions. So financial management means how to manage your finance. You have money, how efficiently you can use that money, that you have to see when we study financial management. Details we will see when we enter that particular subject. Coming back to the first subject, what we are starting today, that is financial accounting. Before I start financial accounting, I'll tell you how we'll go about. First, I will take financial accounting. What I will do? I will do 40 to 50% of financial accounting. Then we will take another subject. Say for example, next we are starting with cost accounting. I'll do half of cost accounting. Then I'll take half or 60% of financial management. So that will complete first round of each of the three subjects. After that, I come back to the second round. We will finish off financial accounting, we will finish off cost accounting, or we'll finish off finance. I can take in any order, I'll shuffle the order. But all the three subjects, we will do it in two parts. Half of the subject in first round, then next subject, and again we come back to the second round, the remaining half I will do. So what will happen? We will balance things properly. You all know, you all are watching my video. It is compulsion for us. We have to do online because of the COVID situation. God knows when your colleges start. I personally feel 2020, I don't feel colleges will start. So it is a very, very high possibility that your colleges will open in 2021. That also I don't know in 2021. Will it open in the starting or might it straight away open when you all come in SY? God knows. It depends upon all the situation of COVID and how seriously people are going to take it. Anyways, we can't help it. That is not in our hands. I now start with the subject, the first subject of your FYBAF, financial accounting. Now I'll brief you about the syllabus of that. I'll send you a picture also. There are total 4 modules in the subject. There are total 4 modules which is divided into 8 chapters. So in short, there are 8 chapters. But out of those 8 chapters now, the first 3 chapters are small theory chapters. Of course, that I'll do it in the end. Everybody does it in the end. Hardly few people do it in the starting because what happens, it's theory. Na? So towards the end of the year, it is more fresh from the student's point of view. So 3 small theory chapters. Out of the remaining 5, 4 are full-fledged practical chapters, of which I am going to start one today. And 1 chapter is practical cum theory. So 4 pure practical chapter, 1 practical cum theory, and the remaining 3 pure theory. Okay. Now the paper pattern what you all normally have is 25 marks you will be having college ka internals and 75 marks ka paper you have your external paper. In that 75 mark paper, the paper pattern is same for all the subjects. The practical subjects what is same. 15 marks objective. Then you have 3 questions of 15 marks each with internal option. So 3 into 15, 45 plus 15 marks का objective 60. And the fifth question you have theory, 15 marks. Theory matlab it can be from a specific theory chapter. And when I say a practical chapter also has starting में understanding of theory. So from there also they can ask you 15 mark का question. Now listen, this is the normal format as per your syllabus. But as I told you, your exams mostly will be around January. Mid-Jan is the expected date for your semester 1 ka exams. Now till that time, if COVID situation doesn't improve, there's a possibility that it can be an online exam. So if it is an online exam, how they will take it, they will specify at a later stage. But right now, we have to start in our normal way. When we come to November, December, that time we will see what is to be done. And in case they take online exam, I'll guide you all how to go about it. Okay? So that we'll see when the situation comes. Right now, let's start with the first chapter of financial accounting, that is called as inventory valuation. Brackets I have written AS2. I'll tell you what it is. First of all, inventory. What is inventory? You all know this. Inventory is nothing but an alternate name of stock. Inventory is another name for stock. Stock is what? Commodity or the goods which you used in your day-to-day business activities. You are having a provision store. You have all stuff, ketchup ka bottles and bread packets and rice and dal. Those are goods for you. That is a stock for you. You are having your mobile showroom. You buy and sell mobiles and the accessories. That is stock for you. You have your boutique, jeans, t-shirts, stock for you. You have an electronic showroom. You sell LED TVs, refrigerators, air conditioners. That is stock for you. So the product in which you deal, that is goods. That is nothing but stock. Another name is inventory. So inventory valuation means how to value your stock, how to value your inventory. Brackets में I have written AS2. AS2 is accounting standard number 2. AS2 is accounting standard number 2. Now see, what is accounting standard? I don't know how many of you all remember. In FYGC there was a small part accounting standard. What happens? Every country has their own accounting standards. Standard means when you record income, expenses, asset, liability, there is a specific way to record it. There is a standard for each asset. Cash, there is a separate standard for cash. Like that, there is a separate standard for inventory. So that standard specifies that when you record inventory, how to go about how to record. So it is a standard approach to be followed. Like how right now COVID mein, every society has their own SOP, standard operating procedure. Same way, accounting standard gives you a standard procedure how to record things from accounting point of view. Every country has their own accounting standards which is prepared by their highest accounting body. Every country has their own accounting standards which is prepared by their highest accounting body of the country. We are in India. The highest accounting body in India is ICAI, that is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Whoever does CA, they have to register with ICAI. So Indian Institute of Chartered Accountants is the highest accounting body for us and they develop the standards. So whatever we are going to do will be according to the standards. Now in this chapter, there are two parts. One is valuation and the other is reconciliation. There are two parts. One is valuation and other is reconciliation. Reconciliation is a very small part. It will take hardly 3 lectures to do. But valuation is a thing which will take time. It will take around at least 7 to 8 lectures for me. Okay. Now, let's see what is valuation. FYJC, SYJC. You all have done final accounts. FYJC में final accounts of a sole trader. SYJC में final accounts of partnership firm. Now if you all recollect now, in each and every sum of final accounts, one adjustment was standard. closing stock, so and so amount, correct? Each and every sum of FYJC final accounts, each and every sum of SYJC final accounts. Closing stock ka adjustment was standard. Now say for example, there was a sum, adjustment ta, closing stock valued at 50,000. So what you all did? Trading account credit side 50,000, balance sheet asset side 50,000, correct? Now, here you will learn how you calculate that 50,000. वो 50,000 कैसे आया? How you got that 50,000? That we are going to study in this chapter. उसका first part, that is valuation. So inventory valuation means first part valuation, how to value your stock, how to value your inventory. So the amount of closing stock which was given to you in FYJC and SYJC, in this chapter we will see how you got that particular amount. Okay? That is the concept to be studied. Now in this also, there are two methods in which you can get the stock. One is FIFO. FIFO matlab FIFO. इसका full form is first in, first out. FIFO means first in, first out. What comes in first, that will go out first. And the second method what you will have is weighted average method. Second method is weighted average method. Okay? So there are two methods which you have to use for finding out stock. Initially, sums will be doing on the first method, FIFO. Then we will take the next method, that is weighted average. Okay? So what we are going to study is how to value the stock in this first chapter. Okay? Now see, in 1 or 2 days my question sheets will be ready. So today what I am doing, I am going to put a picture on the group. So you must have already got on the group. So see that question and I am solving it on a board. I am just doing one small basic sum. Understand the sum carefully because next around 8 to 9 lectures, both the methods we are going to do that only. Okay? Now see, if you see, the question is there in the group. Okay, what the question says? See the first question. From the following transactions, prepare separately the store ledger accounts using pricing method FIFO. That is first in, first out. See there again, January, February and March ka transaction. Opening balance, you have received at some places, you have issued at 2 places. Now what you have to do is, first you have to prepare a store ledger. Now see, in your notebook, it won't fit in one side. So what you have to do like that, I am drawing on the board. You have to take 2 sides simultaneously. 2 sides of your notebook will be required to prepare this statement. Okay? How to prepare? Now understand. See now what it says. Store ledger banana. Name is not given. So give the heading. Stores ledger of dash dash dash. The name is not given. Now see the period. January, February, March. So 3 months. Right here. For the period January to March. You can also call it for the period ending March. That is also fine, or you call it for the period Jan to March, doesn't make a difference. Now see the columns how you will prepare. You will need around 3/4 of the page. Okay? 3/4 of the page will go. Now see what you will do. First column you can use the margin for date. Now see, after this there will be 4 main columns. After this there will be 4 main columns and each of the 4 columns will be further divided into 2. Okay? Now see how I am making it. There will be 4 main columns. Each will be divided further into 3 parts. First will be opening balance, or you can call it as opening stock. Then Next will be receipts. Third will be issues, and fourth will be closing stock. Okay? Fourth will be closing stock. Opening balance, receipts, issues, and closing stock or closing. You can just write opening, closing also. Apart from date, these are the four main columns. Now in this, you will have further three columns. The center one you can make it small. That will be units, rate, value. Okay? Units, rate, and value. Units, rate, value. Okay. Units, rate, and value. ठीक है. So date के बाद four main columns, and in each column there will be three columns. ठीक है. So this is the way you will prepare. As I told you, one side it will not fit, so you will have to take आमने सामने sides. ठीक है. After the class, मतलब you all may face a problem in seeing the board. Don't worry. After every class, whatever is written on the board, each thing matter का close picture will come in the group, so you don't have to bother much. Okay? Now listen. First, let me describe what is what. Opening balance means what you have with you. Receipts means what is coming in. When you buy, goods come in. So when goods come in, you will record it at receipt. When you sell or for any purpose goods goes out, that is issue. So issue means goods going out. And closing means what remains with you. So closing is nothing but opening plus receipts minus issue, that gives me closing. Opening means what I have, receipt means what I will get or what I am getting, issues means what will go out, and closing means what will remain. So closing is opening what I have plus receipt what I will get minus issues what will go out. Okay? Now how to do this? Let's take one by one. Okay? I have to go date wise first. See the first transaction. January 1. I have with me opening balance 100 units and the rate is 5 each. So what you do? Write here date May. 1st Jan. 100 units I have at the rate of 5. So now what will happen? 100 into 5. My value of goods is 500. Put a line like that. My value of goods is 500. Now listen. The next transaction is on 5th. Now what you do? On 1st I have 100 units. I have not purchased anything. So receipt put nil. I have not issued anything. Issues put nil. Now see. On the first day I had 100 units. There is no further purchase. There is no further sale or issue. So what will happen? Whatever was there remains with me as it is. So my closing and opening will be same because I did not have any receipt or purchase. So on the first day, 100 units, 5 each, 500 remains the same because there is no receipt and issue. Okay? Now see, 5th Jan. I have received 500 units. Now before I do, see my next transaction is on 5th Jan, correct? So next line where you will write the date 5th Jan, but what you do? Keep in mind, previous closing will become my current date ka opening. Previous closing will become my current date ka opening. So what you do? Before you start anything for the 5th Jan ka date, first take previous closing as current opening. So 5th Jan ka opening will be 100, 5, 500. ठीक है? 100, 5, 500. Clear? Now see what is there on 5th Jan. I have received 500 units. Received, matlab received. How much I received? 500 units. At what rate? 6 rupee each. So now see, 500 into 6. Can I say my amount is 3000? Opening 100 into 5, 500. I received another 500 units at 6 rupees. So 500 into 6 gives me 3000 rupees. Clear? There are no issues. Now see the logic. Now what will be my closing stock? I had 100 units. I got another 500. So can I say my total closing stock should be 600? Correct? 100 units I had on the starting of 5th Jan. On the same day I received another 500 units. So can I say my total units are 600? But remember, the rate is different. The rate is different. So what will happen? 100 units I have got at 5 rupees and 500 I got at 6. So when I write my closing stock, because the rate is different, I will write separately lot wise. Lot wise matlab, I have 100 from the opening stock. So first write opening stock ka 100 at the rate of 5 rupees. So 500. I have received another 500 which I have with me. So 506. That gives me 3000. Getting it? So see, my total stock is 500 and 100, 600. But the rate is different. So because the rate is different, I have to show it separately in the lots. Why? Because this is FIFO method. So FIFO method mein you have to write separate lot wise. Why we have written this? That you will come to know in some time. Okay? Again I repeat, see, I had 100 units, I got 5. So total 600. Rate is different. 100 units at 5 rupees, 500 units at 6 rupees. So that is the thing. Clear with this? So when you buy, goods will come in, you will record it on the receipt side. Okay? Now see, what is the next transaction? 20th Jan. So what I told you, before you record anything for 20th Jan, record the date. First, previous closing, you take it as current opening. So there is closing in 2 lots, transfer it here. 100, 5, 500, 500, 6, 3000. 100, 5, 500 and 500, 6, 3000. Clear with this? Okay. So I have in 2 different lots. Remember, if the rate was same, I can add it. But if the rate is different, I have to show it separately because this is FIFO method. Because this is FIFO method. Clear? Now listen. What is the transaction given? Issued 300 units. That means there is no receipt. So receipt may I put dash dash. Now issued 300. Matlab I have sold or 300 has gone out. Now listen how you will record. This is FIFO method. What is FIFO? First in, first out. Goods which come in first will go out first. Why I have written this separately? Because 100 I have right from starting. Later on I got this 500. So when I issue 300, 100 will go out first. So what will happen? 100 I got first. So 100 will go out first. So 100 into 5, that gives me 500. 100 into 5, that gives me 500. And now what I'll do? Total issue is 300. Usme se 100 went. So can I say another 200 have to go? Total 300 have gone. 100 went from the first lot because my first lot I had only 100 units. So can I say if total 300 is going out, 200 will go from the second lot. What is the rate of the second lot? 6 rupees. So the remaining 200 units will go at 6 rupee per unit. So the remaining 200 will go at 6 rupee per unit. Getting it? Clear? So this 100 is gone, and out of this 500, 200 is gone. Now see. Now, what will be my closing stock? 100 के सामने 100 gone. Out of 500, 200 gone. That means what? 300 remains. And this 300 is from which lot? 500. Which I purchased at what rate? 6 rupees. So this also will be recorded at 6. So my value becomes 1800. Getting it now? I repeat, see. I got 100 as my first lot. It went. Remaining 500 may say 200 went. So 300 remains with me at the rate of 6 rupees. So my closing stock is 1800. Clear? So see, that is the importance of writing rate separately, because the rate which is applicable to the first lot, the movement will be first as per that rate, and then when that lot is over, then when I issue the goods, it will go at the next rate. So that is the importance of writing rate separately. Of course, in the second method, you don't need to write separately, but it is required for the first method. Clear? We will continue the same way. 5th Feb. Next date is 5th Feb. Before I write anything, first, bring forward the opening. Closing of previous date becomes opening of next date. So I have 300 units at 6 per unit, that is 1800. Next, what is happening? You have issued 200 units. How many I have? 300. I have issued 200. Now listen, I have only one lot at the rate of 6 rupees. That means now when I issue, I have to issue from this only. Earlier what happened? There was two different rates. There were two different rates. So I issued separately. Now there is only one rate. So I have to issue from this. So again, there are no receipts. 300 may say, 200 goes out. The rate is 600. 200 into 6, 1200. 300 I had, 200 gone. So how much remains? 100. And which is the lot? 6 rupees. So 100 into 6, that gives me 600. So my 5th Feb ka closing stock is 100 units valued at 6 rupees. That gives me 600. Getting it now? So both the days there was issue. Again I repeat, when goods come in, record at receipt. When goods are issued or sold, take it in the column of issue. Now see, after 5th Feb, what is the next transaction? 6th Feb. What I'll do first, take the opening. 100, 600. Now what is happening? You are receiving at 500. 600 units I am getting. So 600 units I am getting at 5 rupees. So 600 into 5 gives me 3000. No issues. Now listen. I had 100. I got 600. Total 700. But both the rates are different. So I'll have to write it separately. This 100 came from the previous lot. So I will write this 100 separately. So what I'll do? First I will write this 100. And then the next lot of 600. So 600 into 5, 3000. Rates are different, so you will record it lot wise. Okay? There was only receipt, so my quantity will go up. 100 I had at 6 rupees. 600 I got at 5 rupees, so I write it into separate lots. Next. What is the next transaction? Date is 10th March. Now, again the same thing. Before I do anything for 10th March, previous closing, I take it as current opening. So 100 into 6, 600. And 600 into 5, 3000. Okay? Now, what is the next thing? on that day? Issue of 300 units. So there is no receipt. Now see, I have to issue 300 units. Again, this is as per FIFO, first in, first out. So what has come first? What is there in the first lot? That will go out first. So 100, I will take from the first lot of 6 rupees. So what goes out is 100 units, 6 rupees ke hisab se for 600. Now my total issue is 300. So out of 300, 100 goes from the first lot. That means the remaining 200 has to go from the second lot. So 200, what is my second lot ka rate? 5 rupees. So 200 into 5, 1000. 200 into 5, 1000. Clear? Now see, 100 का lot full gone, 600 में से 200 gone. So 600 minus 200, 400 remains, which is to be valued at 5 rupees. So 400 into 5, 2000. ठीक है? So 600 में से 200 gone. So 400 into 5, that will give you 2000 rupees. Clear? And the last transaction, 12th March. Again first, take your opening. Now see, there is again issue. That means there is no receipt. Now what is happening? You are going to issue 250 units. So out of 400, 250 goes. Now there is only one lot, there is only one rate, so doesn't make a difference, there is no lot only. So it has to go from here. So 250 will go at the rate of 500. So 250 into 500 gives you 250. Okay? 200 into 5 gives you 250. Now see what is the result now. I had 400, 250 gone. How much remains? 150. 5 rupees. So 150 into 5, 750 is the answer. Got it? So 150 into 5, 750 is my answer. Got it? So now see, when you prepare the balance sheet, this amount 750 is your closing stock. Had you all been in FYGC and SYGC, you all would have got the transaction in final account sum. Closing stock valued at 750. How you got 750? This is the way you got 750. Got it? So as I mentioned in the starting, the closing stock adjustment what was given to you all, this is the way how you get it. So this is the way how you get your closing stock. Got it? So my conclusion is, on the last day, I have 150 units with me valued at 750. Okay? We will write it. Here the table ends. What you do now? This part you highlight. I'll send a close picture on the board. This part you highlight it and you will write it in the form of note. Okay? You will write like that. Below the table, the closing stock on 31st March is 150 units valued at rupees 750. The closing stock on 31st March is 150 units valued at rupees 750. This is the way you will write. Clear? So my closing stock is 750. How you got 750? This is the table. 150 units valued at rupees 5 per unit, giving you a stock of 750. This was the first basic sum. Today being the first day, I am just doing this one sum. Just see my video carefully. Now listen very carefully. You all have one very good advantage. For none of the lectures, I am going to go live. I have my own YouTube channel. I will record the lectures and I will put it on YouTube. Now advantage is how I started inventory valuation. I will prepare a separate playlist. Inventory valuation. Suppose I take 12 lectures to finish this chapter. Assume, say 15 lectures. So all 15 lectures of this chapter will daily come on a regular basis. As and when I do the recording, I upload. Everything will be in order for you all. So after the chapter is over, whichever lecture you found a little bit of confusing, you can focus more. You can see it 10 times, see it 100 times. A particular part, rewind forward how much time you want. Live mein, you don't have that option. It is very rare people do recording of live. Once you listen, it's very rare that you can watch it again. There are very few people who take a backup option. यहाँ पे, since it is there in link, all lectures one below the other in the order, whichever lecture you want to see it as many times you want. Every subject, every lecture, I'll be having a separate link. Matlab, each chapter will have a separate link. Suppose second chapter I take 10 lectures. Second chapter there will be a separate playlist with all the 10 lectures one below the other. Third chapter, say I take 8 lectures. All the 8 lectures will have a separate link of the third chapter one below the other. So whichever lecture you want to see throughout the year. And one, please, a sincere request from my side. Access is unlisted. Only those people to whom I share the link can see. Now I am sharing the link on our WhatsApp group. If you all forward it to somebody, then that somebody can see the lectures. So please, it is in your interest. You all are come here with me to study. Your parents are going to pay me the fees. See to it that undue advantage is not taken by somebody else. I can share the link private also, but even if I share privately, a particular student can download and forward it to anybody. So there is not going to be any control, and live I myself am avoiding because there can be connectivity issues, no backup. You'll face a problem in seeing the lectures again. There will be students who will be joining slowly. So again, repeating the things also will be an issue. Of course, it's not an issue, I can repeat it. But you all have the advantage of seeing as many times you all want. Okay? So as I told you, there will be a YouTube channel. All the lectures will be uploaded there, chapter wise, subject wise, whichever lecture you want to see more number of times you see. Few days may you'll come to know how's the process of this semester and how I'm going to go about. Okay? So that's it. Today being the first day, I'm just doing this one sum. I stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Now listen. To do your 3 subjects now, what I do normally for the first semester, I take at least 5 to 6 days in a week. 5 days to I take minimum. I will do that for this semester also. But initially now see, April, May, the TY students, last year who were in TY, FYBAF, BMS, BCom, their exams were put on hold because of COVID. Now in first week of October, their exams is there again. So I have to give a little bit time to them. So initially few days, I may not take 5 days. 3 days I will take definitely. I'll update you all about how I'll go about, because I have to give them some time, because 5 months may everybody has lost the link of studies. So I'll have to do a bit of revision with them. So I'll be taking at least 3 to 4 days initially. Then though we will take 5 days. I'll take Monday to Saturday 6 days also. But 6 days I'm not taking just till first week of October. Once the exam is done in first week of October, I'll be taking 5 to 6 days in a week. So initially I will take 3 to 4 days in a week. If I get time, definitely I'll take 5 to 6 days also. I'll keep on updating you all. Okay? So that's it. Just see the starting explanation. See this sum properly. Before we meet tomorrow for the next class, see to it that you all have revised the sum properly. And in case you all are not able to get, if you all have any difficulties, please do not hesitate to connect with me. I am available for you all 24/7. Call me, WhatsApp me, whatever you all feel comfortable do. I'll answer every question. It's my principle. Any student ka doubt should not go unsolved. Treat me as a friend. Don't worry at all. I am available for your doubts 24/7. That's it. I stop here. We'll meet you all. I'll see you all tomorrow for the next class. Till that time, have a great day. Good night, guys.